Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek, and a guitar case full of guns. Desperado is where Robert Rodriguez went from scraping together $7,000 to blowing up a Hollywood backlot. This isn't just an action flick, it's a revenge ballad that plays like rock and roll with bullets instead of chords. It's wild, it's funny, it's bloody, and under all that, it's a warning about how vengeance steals more than it gives. Stick around, because this movie isn't just entertainment, it's a turning point in action cinema. The setup's straight out of a pulp novel. Mariachi, scarred from tragedy, drifts into town on the hunt for Bucho, the drug lord who destroyed his life. His guitar case? No strings, just steel. He's not wandering to sing in cantinas anymore. He's wandering to wipe people out. Along the way, he meets Carolina, played by Salma Hayek, who owns a little bookstore in a town drowning in crime. Their connection is instant, electric, and dangerous. What plays out feels like a western filtered through a music video. Sun-baked streets, corrupt thugs, and one man carrying the weight of love lost and bullets loaded. Rodriguez doesn't just step up from El Mariachi, he sprints. The action hits like a fever dream. Squibs explode with that messy, physical punch that CGI will never replicate. The hotel shootout? It's practically a live-action cartoon. Guys flying through the air, walls collapsing, and bullets chewing through rooms like termites. But it never feels fake. You can almost smell the gunpowder. That's what makes it timeless. Desperado doesn't chase realism, it chases attitude. Guns blazing, camera spinning, and editing that feels like it's sweating tequila. Rodriguez shot this thing in Mexico, with a budget of about $7 million, a jump from the pocket change of El Mariachi, but still peanuts for Hollywood. Yet he made it look bigger than half the blockbusters of the mid-90s. This movie proves practical effects age better than computer tricks. Hit that like button if you miss when action movies actually looked dangerous. Then there's the cast. Antonio Banderas is the definition of cool. He's got the smoldering charm, but also this broken edge, like a man who still remembers what it was like to make music, but can't touch that part of himself anymore. He doesn't just shoot people, he mourns while he does it. Salma Hayek? Instant star. This was her first big American role, and she doesn't just slide in, she lights the screen up. Her chemistry with Banderas is pure heat. It feels dangerous, magnetic, like they're drawn together even though the whole world is trying to kill them. And Rodriguez surrounds them with scene stealers. Steve Buscemi shows up as a storyteller who turns the mariachi into a living legend. Cheech Marin runs a bar like it's his own sleazy kingdom. Danny Trejo has no lines, just hurls knives and somehow steals attention with a glare. And then, just to remind you this was the 90s, Quentin Tarantino strolls in to tell a joke before catching lead. It feels like Rodriguez just called his friends and said, "You in? Cool, show up tomorrow." Who do you think owned this movie more? Banderas with his swagger or Hayek with her fire? Drop a comment below. Now here's where people forget what this movie is actually about. It's not just bullets and bodies. It's about a guy who lost the one thing that gave his life meaning. He used to carry a guitar case filled with music. After love was stolen from him, he filled it with weapons. That case is basically a coffin strapped to his back. Carolina gives him a glimpse of redemption, but scars like his don't vanish. That's the catch. The very thing that makes him legendary is the same thing destroying him. And that's heavier than most people expect from a movie that also has a rocket launcher disguised as a guitar. Desperado works because it isn't just about action. It's about identity. Who are you after you've lost everything? The mariachi once had music, dreams, and love. All of it got burned away. Now he's an icon, but it's built on pain. That's why the movie resonates. It's a story about revenge that looks cool but feels empty. Revenge doesn't heal, it just rewrites you into something colder. Rodriguez wraps that truth in style, but if you strip away the flash, you see a man trapped in a cycle. He's defined by what was taken from him, not what he creates. It reminds me of the classic westerns where the gunfighter can never settle down. Doesn't matter how many bad guys he takes out, the gun stays heavy, the past stays louder. And here, the mariachi's music is gone. That silence says everything. So is Desperado worth watching 30 years later? Absolutely. It's stylish, bloody, funny, and somehow still feels fresher than most modern action films. Rodriguez took the raw scrappiness of El Mariachi and proved he could crank it up without losing that energy. But here's the verdict that sticks. Desperado isn't just about action, it's about cost. Once vengeance defines you, you can't walk away the same. That's what makes it more than just a 90s action flick. It's a warning disguised as a party. Life wasn't meant to be lived chasing payback. You fight fire with fire, all you're left with is ashes. Forgiveness is the only way forward. The mariachi never fully gets that chance, and that's why the story hits harder than it should. It's wrapped in bullets, jokes, and chaos, but underneath is a soul that's already been robbed. That truth isn't just cinematic, it's real life. You hold on to revenge, it eats you. You let go, you get your song back. That's the difference between living bitter and living free. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more reviews. Desperado shows us vengeance can steal your soul, love can try to restore it, but once you cross into violence, you're never fully the same. Until next time, stay rated.